Hi, I'm Kate. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here, welcome. I want to just give you 4 things my own mother, who has dementia, has given me inspiration about as she continues to disappear on a daily basis that I feel were kind of unexpected. I didn't know in the beginning of this journey. I want to tell you these 4 things that are so important to you and to me as we age. She's had dementia for about 5 years now. And my number one thing I've learned from her is about resilience and will. I want what she has. My mother is not giving up. Even through her illness and even through her mobility issues, she's still got this fight in her. She just keeps going like an ever-ready bunny, even though she's disappearing at the same time. I'm not going to go into a whole dementia episode today, but I just want to say this because it's very inspiring to see an 86-year-old going through this and not giving up. I mean, I don't know where she gets it from, but she's got it. The second thing I have learned from her that I feel is so critical for every one of us, it's the 4 M's. I call them this. Muscle mass matters more than anything. 4 M's. Muscle mass matters more. The reason it matters more is that if we don't take care of these quad muscles right here, I don't know if you can see, at the top of our legs, those are the most important muscle groups for long-term mobility. And we don't think about it, but if you do not exercise those muscles with resistance, yes, walking is fantastic, of course, but I'm going to give you a tip, no matter your age. And you'll like this one. I turn on my Keurig coffee maker in the morning. It takes about 60 seconds to brew a cup of coffee. While I'm standing at my kitchen sink, I hold on to the sink. Here, this is how that looks. And I do squats at the sink. Now, the reason I like to hold on and do squats is because I can go down a lot farther than when I do freeform squats with just my arms out in the air, right? You're not going to go as far. But when you're holding on, you can, depending on your mobility, go all the way down and all the way up, or even partially down in what you're doing for 60 seconds while your coffee is brewing. It's not too hard. Go down as far as you can during that 60 seconds. You might get 20 times, 25 times, 15 times, 10 times. When you're first doing this, if you can do this every other day, let your muscles relax in between to recover. Or when you're first starting, if you haven't used those muscles like that in a while, first of all, if you do this, you're going to be surprised at how much you feel this. It's in your glute, your butt muscles, your quad muscles on your legs, and your arms as well. And even your grip strength with your hands, which is another big deal that we start to lose. Really important. If you lose that grip strength and your upper leg muscles, you can kiss your mobility goodbye in later years, my friends. You just will. The walker will come sooner than you think, and then the scooting, and then the difficulty getting out of a chair because your muscles are too weak. Now, that's not to negate your arm muscles, too, to push yourself up out of a chair. I'm 63, and I'm already preparing, and I haven't been as good as I should have through the years. So I'm trying to make up for lost time. Plus, I lost a bunch of weight a couple years ago, and I lost muscle mass that I wasn't expecting. So that was really a little bit scary. So now my mother has taught me by watching over the last few years, her mobility just get lost and lost and lost to the point where now I have to help her get out of a chair. And she can no longer get up by herself very well. And she's not a large woman at all. And so when I can still take her out right now, but boy, it's getting harder and harder to get her into the vehicle. I can no longer bring her to my house because she can't go up 2 steps. I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for you. So what is it? The 4 M's of mobility. Muscle mass matters more. The 4 M's of mobility. Muscle mass matters more. Write that on your refrigerator, and everything you can do to bend and stretch and up and down. Just do a little bit each day. The third thing I learned from my mom with dementia is patience. Patience, I've learned, is a learned skill. I've had to learn how to be very patient, and I didn't know I could learn it. I just thought, yeah, I don't have it. I'm irritated with her. I'm whatever. But over time, this is what I've done. I take deep breaths. I get myself in a state of mind where I have the thought, I'm going to look for the joy and the love today in her eyes. And that's how I've learned patience with another person that I care about that's disappearing and that I'm losing. It's like a very slow grieving process with someone with Alzheimer's or dementia. It doesn't happen overnight. You just are gradually seeing them go away. And it can be very sad. And some days are very irritating and very challenging. So I've been learning lately how to look deep within my mom's eyes when I get her to laugh or smile, and she'll look at me, and I try to look into her soul. And all of a sudden, that seems to give me patience. It seems like I can see something in there that is kind of going away, but at the same time, it's still there. Have you had that experience? If you are someone going through this, I'd sure love to hear about it in the comments, because sometimes it feels very lonely going through this, trying to find the positive lessons that will help for our longevity. Look at other people's souls. When you don't feel patient, look in their eyes, find a reason to not criticize them. A stranger on the street, someone at the store, really look at people. It makes a difference on being patient and loving. And the last thing is that I have learned from my mother: you'll never regret doing the right thing. No matter how hard it is some days, and no matter how much I sometimes feel like giving up, and sometimes I feel like I don't know if I can do this caretaking thing much longer, I somehow just remind myself I'm doing the right thing. And it's all okay, because my little contribution to her life as an elderly person is so dramatic in her life, in her day. She can't wait. She has to wait sometimes for days for me to get there, because I can't be there every single day. And she's in assisted living, by the way. So those are my 4 tips of powerful things to incorporate in your life today, whether you have an aging parent with dementia, whether you yourself are aging and you're finding it hard to be patient and you get irritated with people. Look in those souls, remember those 4 M's and of mobility, and keep yourself going so you do not end up in an immobile state, my friend. These are my lessons for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I want you to subscribe and join me and join my community. I'm glad you stopped by and made it to the end of this video. I really appreciate you. You have a great day, and watch the next one if you like this one.